Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your great support. Now, fellow Kenyans, majority of the people have been wondering where did the rain started beating William Ruto. I remember in Nyandarua, in one of the burials, I don't know whose burial was it, when Senator Methu was telling William Ruto that mimi nakuheshimu lakini sikuogopi. I want you to listen to this because this was the root cause of the separation or the where William Ruto started colliding with the Senator Methu, and then I think from hapa ndio Senator Methu aliamua kwamba ataonyesha William Ruto shege. Can you listen to this?
Hata unipige, hata univuruge, hata ufanya nini mheshimiwa Kwenya? Kwani senator wa hapa ni nani? Hata yeye mheshimiwa Sawa. 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 Nitwakirwo uria tuguthie na no gutuguikara no gwa kahinda kanini. But what I was telling you, Mr. President, mimi nataka nikueleze jambo moja peke yake kama senator wa hapa. Sasa nikisema Mheshimiwa Rais, tulikuwa na wewe pale kwa Mama Mukami Kimathi, ukatuambia barabara ya kutoka Kinamba kwenda Karangala kwenda kwa haraka itawekwa lami na haijawekwa. Nimepiga siasa gani? Mheshimiwa Rais, nikikueleza tulikuwa na wewe Shamata, ukatuambia barabara ya kutoka hapa Kariamu kwenda Kaka kwenda Shamata itawekwa lami na haijawekwa. Nimefanya siasa gani? Nikisema Mheshimiwa Rais, ulikuwa hapa ukasema hii stadium ya OLKALOU'S ndani ya mwezi 10 itakuwa imemalizika na haijamalizika. Nimefanya siasa gani? Nikisema Mheshimiwa Rais, ulikuja hapa ukatuambia barabara ya kutoka Ndonyonjeru kuja mpaka hapa itawekwa lami na haijawekwa. Nimefanya siasa gani? Nikisema Mheshimiwa Rais, ulikuja hapa tarehe mwezi wa 10 2022 ukatueleza kuwa barabara ya kutoka huko Murungaru kwenda mpaka Turasha kwenda mpaka huko Gilgil itawekwa lami na haijawekwa. Nimefanya siasa gani? Unajua Mheshimiwa Rais, marafiki yako ni wale watu wanakuambia ukweli, na sisi kama viongozi ni watu ya kukuambia vile inaendelea hapa kwa ground. Kazi yetu sio kuja hapa tu ati kukupigia makofi. Kazi yako ni kukuja tu ati kukupigia makofi. Ni mzuri tunakukumbusha mahali haijafanywa. Kwa hivyo mimi sitaki niseme kuzidi hapo. Mimi nataka niwashukuru sana watu wa OLKALOU'S. Nataka niwashukuru sana watu ya area hii. Na jambo ya mwisho ningetaka niseme. Just one last thing that I want to say. Wakati tunaaga Mheshimiwa Kiarao, kiongozi yangu.
Now, hii by election yote ya OLKALOU'S, mtu mwenye ameongoza hiyo kampeni yote from the beginning up to the end ni Senator Methu. Senator Methu ametembea akihakikisha ya kwamba watu wa OLKALOU'S wote wameingiwa na wanajua vizuri kwamba William Ruto is not a leader. Na mtu yote ambaye, you know, the problem is not even about the people that are supposed to be elected. The problem is the people, the person that they associated themselves with. I remember hata Mchina, by the way, aliweka billboard yake lakini hakuweka William Ruto. So how comes you are a UDA pass candidate na party leader wako ni William Ruto, wewe unaweka billboard na weke William Ruto kwa billboard yako? So what does that one really show? Hiyo inaonyesha ya kwamba you know very well that this man is not welcome. You know very well this person atakikani, but you still insist ya kwamba lazima. Another thing is I've seen GACHAGUA ameita a press conference na UHURU na ametembea right now. They have wanatembea, they are thanking people of UHURU, they are thanking people of OLKALOU'S for voting Kamau, and I think he gave a clue that Uhuru Kenyatta might attend the meeting also, might be with them. But before all that, I want you to listen to Rigathi Gachagua, the way he was really praising Kamau, saying that Kipchumba Murkomen is one of the gang leaders, is a leader of the goon, is the one that was the one that was giving these people guns, because hawezi kuwa na guns without proper notification, proper assignment from the ministry, and the person that is leading that is a CS Murkomen.
The killer gangs were authorized by Kipchumba Murkomen, the Minister for Goonism and extrajudicial killing in Kenya. These police units operated in OLKALOU yesterday. There were 3 groups. One was commanded by Madeira Member of Parliament Eric Wamumbi and his wife Betty Maina, the women rep for Murang'a. The second squad was commanded and taking orders from one Dennis Itubi. The third group was taking orders from Charles Karondo, the board chairman of the Communications Authority. The goons terrorizing the constituencies were coordinated by Nakuru Town East Member of Parliament David Gekaria, Kiambu County Women's Representative Anne Wamuratha, the Nyandarua County Women Representative Faith Getau, Kiambaa Member of Parliament John Kawanjiku, nominated MP Sabina Chege, Bahati Member of Parliament Irene Joki, and Bere North MP Mr. Wamudhende. The financing of all the violence that took place in OLKALOU was coordinated by Kimani Ichung'wa, who was collecting money from William Ruto and giving the money to the teams on the ground. All of it was done under the express authority of William Ruto, who was giving the money and who okayed the attacks on the population and the raping of women, and with the operational support of Kipchumba Murkomen. So when Murkomen promises an investigation into men wielding weapons that only the police has access to, you ask yourself, how stupid does he think Kenyans are? He wants us to believe automatic rifles paraded openly in a constituency packed with 2,000 police officers went unnoticed by security agencies for over 12 hours. It is insulting that he thinks anyone can believe that. If Murkomen has called for an investigation, he must call for an investigation into his own person, because he is the one who authorized these attacks in OLKALOU.
He also linked that there are some 68 women that were raped yesterday by the people, by these police officers, or these police officers who walikuwa na plain clothes. So all these things are happening in our country, and one thing I would say is that we are at a point where a lot of things are going to happen.
2 years ago, I committed publicly to mentoring the next generation of leadership. I deliberately kept off this campaign to see whether my mentees have come of age. Yes. And I did ask Senator John Medhu and Wanjiku Muhia to lead the campaign. Many times they called me to come and join the campaign. But I wanted to give them the real tests of leadership. Amen. I wanted to see whether they have the mettle, whether they have what it takes to provide leadership. I want to confirm today that John Medhu has come of age. Yes. And he can be trusted, not just to lead this community of mine, but Kenya as well. Yes. I want to confirm that Wanjiku Muhia is now a coveted daughter of the mountain. Oh, yeah. She is a gracious daughter, and we'll take care of her. Yeah. She gave motherly guidance to the campaign. She was harassed by police, she was harassed by DCI, she was harassed by IBC, but she stood strong. Amen. Honorable Wanjiku Muhia, our daughter of the mountain, we are very happy with you. I want to say, finally, that there is no leadership vacuum in this region, and there will never be. Yes. I am very deliberate. I have a team of young leaders in every county, our 11 counties, that are mentoring. The 2 in this county have delivered. The others will deliver. Yes. I want our people to know that I'm one leader who must mentor young leaders and have a succession plan for our community. Never again shall this community find itself in the awkward position we found ourselves in 2022 with no leader who has been mentored. I'm going to mentor many great leaders, prepare them for leadership, so that at any one time, the community is aware on the succession matrix in our leadership structure. To every leader, our senators, our members of parliament, I have no words to say thank you. You took your time and your money to come here and campaign for our candidate. I want to say thank you. For the DCP aspirants who became adopters of our polling stations, yes. You camped here for 3 weeks. Yes. You withstood bullets and tear gas, and you stood with our party. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. To our chairperson of the eminent persons, the Honorable Maina Commander, thank you, Mzee, for your guidance. Many a time when these young leaders were developing cold feet, you encouraged them. Many times they were losing their temper, you calmed them. And you guided them that when you are winning, you don't respond to provocation. To our MCAs, thank you. You are a great team. To the people of OLKALOU, you have made this country proud. You came out in overwhelming numbers despite the chaos. In fact, there was 57% voter turnout. Had William Ruto not brought violence, the voter turnout would have been 75%. The people of OLKALOU wanted to come out and vote. I want to say thank you that despite the chaos, despite the bullets, despite men in masks trying to take your votes by force, our young men shielded polling stations at gunpoint. Women stood eye to eye with goons and police and did not blink. I want to commend our young people for the role you played yesterday to take care of your parents and the age mates of your parents, to protect your mothers, to protect the old. That is your role in our society. I am very proud of you. Your resolve was so absolute that armed police officers were made to submit to searches. They had no choice but to comply. You stopped police vehicles and searched them. At one police station, you disarmed a police officer and only gave back his gun after he identified himself. That is the spirit. The people of OLKALOU, I must say, are the true remnants and the descendants of the Mau Mau. And I want to say, after what happened yesterday, Nyandarua County, the land of the late J.M. Karaoke, the county that hosts Aberdare Forest, where Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi led the freedom fighters to chase away the British. The true descendants are here. And I have discussed with the elders, and we have come to the conclusion that today, on behalf of the community, I declare Nyandarua County the headquarters of the Itugati movement. Well done, the people of Nyandarua. Well done. Well done, the people of Nyandarua. You have restored the dignity of our people. Our community was worried. People are calling me from Peketoni, from Loitoktok, from Lodiani, from Bant Forest, from Kitale, from Kiambu, from Muranga, from Kirinyaga, from Nyeri, from Nairobi, from Laikipia, from Nakuru, from Embu, from Tharaka Nithi, from Meru, from Narok, urging me to plead with the people of OLKALOU to use the opportunity given by God to restore the dignity and the pride of our community. Amen. William Ruto has persecuted our community. He has called us names. He has called us tribal despite having elected him. He has sent us beans and rice to shame our people. He has sent mattresses. He has sent all manner of things just to shame our people. He has called us names. But the people of OLKALOU have dignified our community. I want to say thank you to the people of OLKALOU. What you have done when the history of our community is written and how its dignity was restored after an assault by William Ruto, the people of OLKALOU will have a very big chapter in that history.
And if William Ruto was very wise, angeelewa ya kwamba it is just a beginning of a new era. So basically, I want you to listen to this and then I come back so that we can continue with another discussion. The last story of the day, I've had SG of UDA anaulizwa kuhusu kuhusu by election imefanyika jana, na anajibu na kiburi tu. Yani mtu ambaye mimi wanasema kitu kimoja ya kwamba mtu ambaye ana kiburi ama alizaliwa na kiburi, hata ufanye nini uwezi ukamuondoa hapo. I've had the SG being asked about the yesterday's by election and is saying something different, something that is shocking. Can you listen to the SG of UDA the way he's speaking? That is Hassan Omar.
Yeah.
Apology for saying. UJ invested in this by-election. When do you think you lost? And what next for the president in Mount Kenya, given the shifting political direction?
UDA invested heavily because an election is a heavy investment. UDA invested heavily because we wanted to demonstrate that we do not exclude anyone. UDA invested heavily because the president acknowledges Mount Kenya. West and East supported him immensely in his bid for presidency. UDA invested heavily because I think that's what governments do in election cycles. The UDA has not only invested with that respect to the political investment demonstrated on OLKALOU and Nyandarua generally. In reciprocity, the president has assigned over 9-10 cabinet secretaries to the region. The bulk of the permanent secretaries from this region, in this government, are from the region called Mount Kenya. About 17 or 18 of the 51. The bulk of chairs of state corporations are from Mount Kenya. The bulk of CEOs in this government are from Mount Kenya. The president has a mandate and a responsibility to reciprocate those who showed him favor. But if by the time they get to 2027, they decide to move out of government, that will be unfortunate. The architecture of the government will then change fundamentally based on the broad-based partnership. That is the nature of politics. But as at the moment, no part of this country will be left out. Even as we win next election, no part will ever be left out. We do not say that we are competing for power to oppress anyone or to take away from anyone or to put to a second fiddle any part of this country. This government has decided that its policy is inclusivity. It shall move on with inclusivity notwithstanding. The president has made it clear, even as we are preparing for 2027, we do not serve only those who vote for us. We serve all Kenyans fairly under the solemn oath of office to govern with fairness, equity, and justice to all. So therefore, that will not change. But I think that investment was reasonable. It is within capacity of this party to invest reasonably, and we will continue to invest heavily anywhere, during elections and after out of elections. We have invested very heavily in other areas that were hitherto left out of the prism of development: roads, infrastructure, bridges, energy projects, water projects are reaching parts of this country that never have since 1963. It is the nature of our government to show inclusivity, to invest in every part of this country. But I do agree that investment was demonstrable, and that the people of OLKALOU have spoken, and we respect their free will to choose the leader that they so desire, and we will expect their free will to also choose the path of their politics. Yes, I will take two more, and then we will end there.
Thank you so much. My name is Mwangi Maina. I work for UHURU TV. Honestly, a time like this, 5 years ago, UDA was celebrating its first win. You got your first MP in a by-election in Kiamba, a heavily contested by-election. It was a close shot, not like what we have seen from OLKALOU. Do you think that the party that you lead has deviated from what you promised the people, and that is the reason why the people have moved on?
If OLKALOU is the people, then probably. But if Malava, Banisa, Mbere, Isiolo, Emwari Dikir, Baringo, Magarini, Kasipul, and Unguja are also the people, then we have won all those elections. Yes, I saw you are trying to, no, you are just feeling cold.
My name is Chris from Kenya. My question is...
Natafuta answer ama natafuta fitina ya Gideon. Alisema whitewashed. Sisi sisi whitewashed Gideon na elections zote. Endelea lakini. Wajua you know the problem is most of you are professional media houses. KTN Standard Group is just a quack organization, but endelea. So you must deal with quacks as quacks. But you might be a professional. Endelea.
Do you think that the strategies that you used to campaign, the ones that led to winners, or rather, better question, do you think that DCP had better strategies for campaigning than we?
Assuming it's either Gideon or Chachamwita who texted you that question, this is my response. Yeah? The strategies are strategies we've conventionally used in all elections. But the people can sometimes decide differently. In Waridikir, we hardly campaigned, it came home. We hardly campaigned in Banisa, it came home. Malava was a different strategy, it came home. Baringo, we had a strategy, it came home. Isiolo, we had a strategy, it came home. We had a partnership with our brothers in Kasipul, Unguja, Magarini, they all came home. So maybe this one, there could be also other shifts that might be beyond strategy, and we'll address them as time progresses.
Anyway, fellow Kenyans, Ruto said that yeye ndiye fundi wa siasa.
Maneno ya siasa tutapangana. Si ndio? Hii siasa sisi ndio mafundi. Hii siasa sisi ndio mafundi wa hii siasa. So tutatengeneza hii siasa mpaka itaingiana. Si namna hiyo? Kwa sababu ya muhimu sasa ni vile tutaunganisha Kenya na vile Kenya itasonga mbele. So msikuwe na wasiwasi, iko watu wengi na kiherehere mingi na kelele, lakini hawa tutawafundisha vile siasa inaendelea. Si namna hiyo? So msikuwe na wasiwasi, hii Kenya itapangana vizuri.
Na fundi wa siasa amekutana na mkufunzi. Hili sasa tuseme yeye ndiye mkufunzi ama yeye ndiye fundi wa kisiasa. Wote wawili wamepatana jana na tumejua vizuri kwamba nani ni nani na nani si nani. Anyway, let me listen to your thought at the comment section concerning the happening or concerning this video. And also please don't forget to click the subscribe button, and you can also tell me where you are watching this video from. Kama uko OLKALOU, unaweza kaniambia how are you enjoying, how are you coping. Kama ulipigia UDA ama ulipigia DCP. Of course najua wale walipigia UDA they cannot say, but tunajua ya kwamba Mchina alipata kura 5,000. Hizi kura 5,000 najua watu ndio walimpigia hao kwa sababu hawakuiba. So anyway, it is good to lose. Now be proud of your candidate. Let me know what you think in the comment section.